in the world of football right now, it's raining goals, but it's also raining drama. Nollywood or Hollywood, do pass this one because I'm seeing film trick. Are you not seeing film trick?
Yes, right.
To be honest, it's quite. I don't want to say crazy. African football, European football, everything is just weird.
It's crazy. Score lines, drama.
Football will whine you, but no panic. I can imagine what the Senegalese team is, what's going on through their minds, like what's really going on both sides. Has this kind of thing never happened?
Well, it's Africa.
Anything is possible.
Of course.
Oh God. No be small thing. But outside of that, let's even take it out of, international football. What's going on with the English teams in the UCL? They call it too.
Then the open rapper.
I personally don't think it's about the English Premier League. I just feel like it's some of the little details that some of these teams fail to put into consideration into going into the round of 16. For example, Newcastle. You're not going to have it easy at Camp Nou. And there are some things, there were some let-offs in that match, like the back pass from Jacob Ramsey that led to the goal that Rafinha scored. So just little details going into matches like this.
And I think Newcastle should have also taken more opportunities too.
I think so too. In the first leg, they should have at least
killed the game.
3. Not killed the game. It's not almost impossible.
Even in this second leg, the first half,
they had chances.
They had chances.
Well, I think it's the golf in quality is quite massive. Newcastle themselves, they are a physical team. They like to run. But normally they have Ottoman, who is not really the pacey one, but Eddie Howe has found a way to bring Elanga and Gordon in front. Abibans, 3 runners. So it is a very, very good thing, because Barcelona, they play their highline. Even if the highline are reduced, they still find a way to falter in defense. But if you don't keep the ball, of course you can't keep the ball against Barcelona. Even Madrid fail to keep the ball. If you cannot keep your defense compact, then you're going to lose.
And I feel like Barcelona struggle against teams that are very physical.
Yes.
See, against Inter Milan, they had issues, and which was one of the reasons they were knocked out of the Champions League. And I think they struggled actually in the first leg with dealing with the physical side of Newcastle's game. I think he should have played a big part. What would have happened in the second leg? But then the little details was also
saying that even the backup team, just young boys actually.
Of course, 18, 20, 21.
The Newcastle team has a mix of
big men.
It has a mix of big men. Anyways, that's on one side. Let's come down to England again. Bruno versus everybody else.
I don't think there's a
Bruno versus everybody else.
There's no versus.
I don't think there's a versus there.
Really?
There's no versus.
So, in your opinion, what are you trying to say?
I think Bruno is one of one.
One of one?
He's in the class of his own.
Wait. Okay. Hold on. Let's keep this until later. I know you both have a lot on your minds to say.
I haven't cooler, man.
But I just go a little into the fixtures. Let's just talk about some things that's going to happen. International break is coming soon, so teams currently have some sort of last chance to make a pool body collect 3 points. Brighton and Liverpool will be balling. Brighton is 12th on the table.
Yes.
Liverpool 5th.
Yes.
And being Liverpool. Because I don't know what was really going on.
They are just very inconsistent this season.
Or they are strong in the Champions League.
No, I don't think they are strong per se. Because if Osimhen had not gotten injured in the first half, there was no way that 4-0 would have happened.
The first leg,
in the first leg, it was a 1-0 win for Galatasaray. And then they could have scored. If Osimhen scored a goal,
it could have been more.
It was Rudolph offside, which it wasn't. So they were just chances where Liverpool, where the Anfield atmosphere came to play. But regardless, if I would put Osimhen in that lineup with a very full fit man as Sané, then Liverpool should be conceding goals.
Bayern Munich versus Union Berlin. This is one very funny matchup because this Bayern Munich that we just saw.
they just
like, they remind me of the old Bayern Munich where they would come and beat you 8 and score. They could just score like 8, 7, 6 consistently.
This last time I saw 8 was 8-2 of Barcelona in 2020, and now we're seeing 8 in Champions League back to back.
I remember 8-2 of Arsenal too.
That one don't take now.
Manchester United.
Okay. So Bayern is playing Union Berlin. Bayern is top of the table, 67 points already. Union Berlin, those ones.
It's going to be a straight win for Bayern Munich.
Yes.
And it's for people that want to play the odds and everything. Straight win is not even favorable for you because you might be seeing 1.05. No. Go for the straight one over 2.5 and handicap 1.
Very sure for you, say
It's
Bayern
sure.
go win now.
Over 2.5 for Bayern Munich.
Say sure for you, say Bayern go win now.
Handicap 1, safe.
Let me tell you a story. One time, some seasons ago, Bayern was on a generational run. So I had, a couple of investments that I invested in. And then obviously I put the cash cow in all of my investments,
Yeah.
The team that beat Bayern was the last team on the table, Augsburg, 4-0. I wanted to collapse.
That's probably the Vikings' time. I don't know. But you see,
I'm just saying that if anything
company
is football,
company lose focus.
okay.
It doesn't lose focus.
Those kind of games just happen once in a...
Just once.
Once in a
just shock
lifetime,
you.
yeah.
Once in
Like
a
when
lifetime.
Aston Villa
Once in a
beats
blue.
United, it'll be 7.
Now 7-2 now.
7.
7-2. Not United. It was Liverpool.
No, wait.
Liverpool
Okay, it was Liverpool that defeated Man U, one big score like that. Then it was Liverpool that go from Aston Villa. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid are going.
I think it's a classic Madrid derby.
Yes.
I'm personally not comfortable with how Atletico Madrid play, being that they have so many talents in their ranks. I'm talking about Ademola Lookman, Solot, Julian Alvarez, Simeone, Alex Barrena,
Bad boys, all of them.
and a few of them. I
Bad
still feel
boys.
like there's a more that can come from that squad.
Yeah.
And I don't think they've been really playing to their potential. Yes, I understand their coach is very defensive and all that. But I think Real Madrid against Atletico Madrid, I think Real Madrid want to do their best to stay very close to Barcelona. And I think Madrid are just going to nick it. Now, I know the first leg ended 5-2 in favor of Atletico Madrid. But I just feel like the confidence from defeating Man City home and away is going to play a vital part in Madrid defeating Atletico Madrid.
Well, for me, the focus will be what Madrid wants. Do they want to risk their best legs against Atletico Madrid? It's going to be a very physical match. So if, but what I'm pretty much sure about in the betting angle is just that goals are going to come. Both sides will concede. Nobody's keeping the clean sheets. Nobody.
Let's look at Lyon versus Monaco. The French league too is being dramatic this season. Lyon is 4th, 47 points. Monaco is 6th. Minamino is injured.
Yeah.
There's
That's a factor. Oh, there's Ansu Fati.
There's Fati, there's actually
Balogun.
they have Folan.
Yeah.
Ansu Fati, that's the former backup
Yeah,
player.
former Barcelona player.
I think he's on loan at Monaco.
Monaco, yeah. Oh man, he could have won the league this season.
Interesting. In all of this, I'm just saying this. I'm just saying win or not win. I did not get goals.
No, I mentioned,
corners.
but okay. For if it was
over 2.5s.
no, for that Bayern Munich game, I mentioned that it was going to be over 2.5 and Bayern Munich handicap 1 because I will get literally given the away team Union Berlin a goal ahead, meaning that Bayern Munich have to score at least 3 goals.
3 goals
to win.
Okay.
But there's a challenge with the goalkeeper department of Bayern.
No, actually,
That's a big concern.
It's not exactly a big concern because it was not a small boy who kept in goal last night. So
I don't think he really had a lot to do, to be fair.
it wasn't.
He didn't need to do too
But
much.
it's the Farmers League because when you see Bayern Munich play, and they're funny, they're at home, so it's in their stadium. One thing I've noticed about companies is that the only fixture that gives them problem is the one with Bayer Leverkusen. Even Dortmund, he knows how to beat Dortmund.
Yeah, he knows how to beat
So
Dortmund.
those small teams, we will never find a way to stop Bayern Munich
But
on
you
that
know,
company.
he had issues with Union Berlin in the first leg. I think they won by 2-1, thanks to one miracle.
Win, right?
Luis Diaz. win. But I still feel like, I don't know. I know Bayern is going to win, but I still think there's a little concern somewhere. They had 2 red cards. I think, is it 2 red? They had 2 red cards in their last game against Leverkusen.
Yes.
Nicolas
Yeah,
Jackson.
that was the only game that gave them issues.
That was the only game that gave them. So I think all these 2 could play a part. I don't think it's going to be as the scoreline is going to be as big as we think.
If it were to be an away fixture, I would have said maybe Bayern Munich might have it hard. What's the home fixture, man?
Yeah, I think Bayern would demolish them.
They will. At least 4. I see the maximum is 4-1. I mean, minimum is 4-1.
No one I said that you give them and
I'll still give them 1 because if it were to be an away fixture, those ones might want to prepare to to safeguard their pride. But there's no pride
You
here.
want to defend home court, so
Right now,
Okay.
collect.
Okay. I like all these predictions, by the way. I like the way you're just saying, "No, I'm sure that Bayern will score." Like,
Any money I win today, now I'm going to put on it.
call it. I like that ginger. So I want to put your money where your mouth is.
No man.
Absolutely.
Mad.